Little Pear Garden Collective. And basically, I'm just going to keep it very short. I just want to introduce the two speakers. But prior to that, Little Pear actually has been around for 10 years. And this particular initiative, along with others, actually is one of important initiatives for succession plan. Because we have our new part-time manager, Helen Young, who actually spearhead the entire project. And also we have our newly elected board president, Mary Wong, who comes from Montreal, who's going to give us a little keynote speech. As well, we are having our new artistic director, young associate, Emily Zheng. Unfortunately, she has to dance today. We are actually doing Asian Heritage Month and collaboration with the City of Toronto Cultural Department and the Toronto Public Library. We went to 4 different venues and have 3 different styles of dance, Chinese, Japanese, and Indian. And we try to promote Asian artists and Asian performing arts to young people by young dancers. So it's a youth project. And upcoming event, actually we have a major event at the Harbourfront Center. Is July 23rd, 24th, 25th. And this is called the Dim Sum Festival. And the Little Pear Garden actually is the curator for the dance program. And renowned dancer Peter Chin will be performing for us. And actually we are calling this particular piece called a Lotus Dance Series to pay tribute to a dance master, Madame Dai Ailian, who's 90 years old. And she will fly from Beijing to join us. And we have 4 community groups performing outdoor and 9 professional dancers, demonstrating different style of dances, including traditional, contemporary, ballet. We have Xiaonan from the National Ballet performing as well. So it will be a spectacular show, and there will be a reception after. So please, join us later. The 2 distinguished speakers we have is Professor Charles Smith, senior lecturer at the Cultural Tourism and the Arts program at the University of Toronto, and Ms. Mary Wong, our board president, who's also the coordinator of the visiting artists at Concordia University, Montreal. Please give them a big hand.
Thank you for inviting me here today, and I will be brief as I'm sure you probably want to watch the images on the screen as opposed to hearing my voice. But I'm really pleased because I think some of the things that I'm hearing about Little Pear Garden connect with what I teach when I go to the University of Toronto out of Scarborough. I teach a program called Cultural Pluralism in the Arts, and it's for arts managers who, in essence, end up as administrators in arts organizations. And one of the things that we find is that young minds, and not all young in terms of age, I just mean young in terms of being open, are really fitting into this notion of diversity, not just in terms of the images they see, but also the histories that bring this diversity to us. So some of the things that I've just heard about having a revered dancer come from Beijing in the summer and having different dance forms that come out of the Chinese tradition that are also contemporary is quite exciting to hear about and obviously to be made known, because this influences the environment we live in, not just here in Toronto, but I think because the world lives in Toronto, it has an opportunity to influence the world globally. So what you do while coming from your roots and your traditions and coming from how those are being extended into this day, I think has an incredible opportunity to influence the way art is being shaped in Toronto today. And I say this because I have classes where we have about 20-odd students per term, and they're uniquely interested, and then very seriously interested in what is happening in other communities and other cultures. What is this thing called European values versus values that come from other parts of the world? When will we be able to get away from distinctions of high art versus low art, Eurocentric art forms versus quote-unquote folk forms of multicultural art? And what does that mean to art today? So seeing your presentation online is going to be very exciting because that's the way a lot of young people tap into information. They're quick at the computers. I have 2 children, let me tell you, they can navigate these things a lot quicker than I ever could imagine, and they're my technical assistants when I need help. So these students are very adept at getting information in ways that you're making it available to them. And what you've put online, it would appear, captures your history, captures the essence of what you do, and captures where you hope to be going and how you hope to anticipate change over time. And so I applaud you for that. I thank you for inviting me here today and wish you the best. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to do a little bit of ad-libbing. Actually, when Helen asked me if I would speak today in launching this website, on my way here from Montreal on the flight, I was kind of trying to think of a way to encapsulate the 10 years of experience that I've had with Little Pear Garden. And maybe one of the best ways to do that is to just tell you a little story about 10 years ago, I feel like I'm at a wedding. Well, about 10 years ago, I was invited, in Montreal, many artists, local artists, and kind of Asian arts supporters. We were invited to attend a little salon in a tiny house, in the living room of a house, and we were told that we were going to watch some Chinese opera. It was a very small, intimate event, but at that event, I saw someone, a young man, stand up, take the cultural history, which I've come from, because I have a history of Chinese opera, my father is a master musician, take the form, present it in such a way which was kind of digestible for multiple audiences. We were mixed audiences, there were some English-speaking, Chinese-speaking, French-speaking people, and many of them knew nothing really, except the kind of exotic images that they had seen about Chinese opera. And they sat during this salon, they watched a tiny little clip of a performance, and then William, who was that performer at the time, kind of proceeded to explain the intricate and complex symbolism behind the movements, the voice, the steps. And suddenly, that whole world which I came from, which was kind of like a little secret place that I kept, opened up, and I was able to share that with everyone in the room. And it was like one of the most kind of like, I don't know how to say it, eye-opening experiences as a visual artist. It's something that we try to do, in my own practice. We try to take our art and take our history and move it into the future. Do something contemporary, do something, here and now. After that performance, I spoke to William, and his passion and his vision about what he was trying to do in terms of move Chinese performing arts into the mainstream was something that roped me in. And 10 years later, he gave birth to Little Pear Garden. A year later, he gave birth to Little Pear Garden, and we have a 10-year history. And a year later, I gave birth to my daughter and started working with William on all the multiple projects that he's done. He has put together exhibitions. Little Pear Garden has had performances and workshops. The educational quality of that Little Pear Garden strives for is something that this website is a continuation of. It not only wants to present the performing arts to the mainstream, but also try to address some of the kind of stereotypical notions of what that art form is. Move it away from the exoticism of the art. And also open it up to the younger generation so that they're not kind of embarrassed or ashamed that this is their history. Because there is a contemporary way of enjoying this. And I'm very happy that we finally kind of moved ourselves into the next decade, and we're going to go online and people can come onto the website. Helen's going to give us a demonstration, but on the site you'll be able to learn as well, just like you do when you attend the workshops or you attend the performances of Little Pear Garden. Not only enjoy the aesthetic and the kind of Gesamtkunstwerk of performing arts from Chinese culture, but you'll also have a sense of where some possibilities are in the future. So with that, I want to turn it over. Oh, before I wrap up, of course, none of this would be possible without our funding and our kind of incredible support system. So this website was made possible through funding from the Canadian Heritage, or Patrimoine Canadien, the Canadian Cultural Online Program. As well, we received funding from the capacity building grant from Canada Council. We want to thank the Chinese. I've got a list here because I'm a little bit jet lagged. I know you don't believe it, but the Chinese Canadian National Council, the Asian Community Aid Services, and of course to our General Manager Helen Young, who did a lot of work getting the website up, the web programmer David Bouchard, and Harry's channel for his beautiful and aesthetic design. So enjoy the site and the food, and thank you very much for coming.
I'm definitely not going to take up too much of your time. The building we're in is the Multicultural History Society of Ontario, MHSO, and they've kindly hosted the event because we're hoping to partner up and produce some interactive journeys into teaching not Chinese opera, or actually just generally Chinese performing arts, if we can get around to that. And what they have here in this building is an oral history museum. It's downstairs in the basement. Those of you who have been here went way back in the beginning, early stages of this museum. It was very dinky. Now it's snazzy, bright, and I believe air conditioned. So we can escape the heat in a bit and head downstairs. There are 4 computers that are online and running. On the desktop are shortcuts to our website, as well as shortcuts to the MHSO's interactive journeys. They have these sort of choose your own adventure electronic multimedia storybooks, and they've got audio, video, all sorts of things, and feel free to browse them. We highly encourage you to leave us a little note, whatever you thought of today or our website, through the contact us page. The link is at the bottom of every single page. But just quickly, so that if you have to run off, you can still go back and tell everyone about this great website. Funded by Capacity Building and Canadian Heritage, Canadian Cultural Online Project. We've created this web. Is it moving? Yes. Well, you can still see it, so that's weird. So our website, this is our second website. Our first website was pretty basic, company info, which we still have. But now we have a lot more photos, and what's great about this new website is that educational component that Mary spoke about. Little Pear does a lot of workshops, lecture demonstrations, and sort of interactive things like that, exhibitions as well. And if you visit our past events, you'll see that recently William was in Ohio. Some of you saw some footage earlier on the TV screen of him there performing. Okay. It's not actually running off my website right now, it's running off my computer because there's no internet up here. So let's try it this way. So these are, this is an example of the workshops that William has done as our thinking opera specialist. It's not showing on there. Oh, it's showing over here.
Because it's moving.
No, it's showing on my screen. It's just not on yours. Okay?
Yeah.
I think it's because
But it's almost.
wow. That's creepy. No, it's not loading. It's actually. No, I'm pretty sure I know that it's not going to work on here because I think there's only so many layers of stuff that the cable can transmit. You can visit it downstairs. Or we can watch it down here. It works online, just not on my computer or not on that screen. Okay, so but what I was going to say was that these little these workshops that we do, there's only one man who can do it, the one man who does it all, William Lau. And so what's great about the website is that we've taken, in essence, we've picked his brain and we've put it online. We've got all sorts of videos that you also cannot view here because that is not working, but you can check it out on your computer at home, anywhere.
Okay.
That worked? Great. That's really awesome. I wonder if I can pop up the volume. That's okay. You just hear him yelling at And here he's just demonstrating, if you've ever been to a workshop by William Lau, who does the four movements that go before major characters, and it's always that same, sort of formula. But here they can access it online from wherever they are in the world across Canada. And there are going to be a lot more video clips as long as people can download them, and there are tons of photos. I think this website is really exciting, and I'm really glad you all showed up to take a look. There are lots of people back now. Maybe they can come up and see it later. But I strongly urge you to visit the Oral History Museum downstairs and leave us a little note, because I didn't bring a signature book, because I'd like electronic signatures, please.
And it's 3 languages, right?
Yes,
French.
I neglected to mention that, because I'm so used to this now. The website is completely trilingual, with the exception of pages that are non-static, like our events page. I'm unfortunately I can't type in 3 languages, so I can't update the website in 3 languages. But all the rest of the information, the learning about the arts, and the stuff about our company and everything, it's all in 3 languages. Well, thank you very much for coming, and please.
观众朋友，大家好！我现在呢是在我们加拿大一家非牟利团体小梨园这里做现场的一个报道。那这个小梨园呢是我们刘伟亮先生1994年成立，以推广和发扬这个中国的表演艺术为目标的这样一个团体。那现在呢，我就对我们的威廉刘伟亮先生做一个采访。我有几个问题想问一下你哈。首先一个呢就是说。我知道我们中国古代唐朝有一位皇帝唐玄宗，他呢就是在宫廷里面组建了一个叫梨园啊。那么从此以后，就是这个京剧的演艺人员呢，人就叫他梨园子弟。那是不是因为这个原因，你就把这个组织定名为小梨园？
这是对的，因为呢，我们在加拿大这个多元文化的国家。希望在这个Maple Leaf 嘛，枫叶国呢里面有一个小梨园。那我们刚刚开始呢，只能是一个小的梨园，而且呢，我们希望呢，通过这个小梨园呢，是把中国的艺术、表演艺术介绍给加拿大中国社会。
那您的普通话非常好，
谢谢。
那么就是说这个小梨园哈，因为在中国这个传统艺术当中呢，这个小梨园是专门指的、针对的就是京剧。那我想知道你们这个组织，就是说不光是京剧，应该还是有其他的表演艺术是吧？那到现在为止都做过哪一些表演？能不能给观众们介绍一下？
好的。那除了这个京剧活动呢，我们还有舞蹈，主要呢就是介绍传统舞蹈、民族舞蹈、古典舞蹈，还有现代舞蹈。比如说我们这个7月份邀请戴爱莲老师，是我们中国的舞蹈大师了，他来多伦多来做一个演出，他不演，我们给他演。然后呢，就是97年的时候我已经请过老师了，那个时候戴先生呢还教到不同的主流社会的，比如说是我们国家芭蕾舞学校，在我们那个儿童舞蹈团都教课，我们约克大学教课。
这样的，那今天我来到这个现场啊，我觉得我自己非常感动，因为我看到大家参与这个会的这些人员都非常的专业，而且大家都很热心，然后都很积极的在做这件事情。那我想你们这个到今天为止啊，今天有一个新的 website， 那已经有10年的历史了，应该是11年了。
11年，今年11年。
对，11年历史，很长的时间了。那你们这个会议的组织的宗旨是什么？
宗旨主要还是推广这个中国的表演艺术。那另外呢，除了介绍给这个主流社会呢，我们还要跟不同民族一块合作。比如说我5月份的时候，刚我人在多伦多，有一个非洲的舞蹈家在蒙特利尔，我们通过物联网呢做一个编舞。2个人对话，用舞蹈来对话， 另外呢，几年前我跟印度舞蹈家 Manaka Taka 也合作过，跟他一块儿把这个舞蹈整个印度跟中国舞的合作，下来这个年底呢，准备跟那个这里印第安人的舞蹈合作，通过我们中国舞蹈跟他们有什么共同点，有不同之点，我们这个 exploration。
听起来非常好，非常感谢你们为我们这个华人提供这样一个舞台，丰富业余生活。那我还有一个问题我是非常想知道的，因为我是在中国内地出生的那我知道在中国的这个传统的艺术当中，各种各样的艺术形式当中，中华文化的实际上京剧呢是国粹，那京剧呢是可以完全的说是代表了中国的这个传统艺术，但是在中国内地继承这个中国的这个京剧和发展的是非常好，大家的这种普及率跟接受程度也是非常的高。但是我知道在香港呢，实际上是粤剧比较流行，大家比较接受粤剧，因为很多年以前大家都是说粤语，所以我非常感兴趣，也抱着一个怀疑的态度来看。为什么今天会问你这个问题？是因为我到了这边之后，我发现这边你们今天这个会议组织绝大多数人都是香港背景的，所以我想知道为什么会这样，就是说在香港京剧大家会对香港人来说会有个什么样的接受的程度？
我想呢，首先呢，因为我们这个组织的里面的人呢，大部分呢很多都是在这里长大的，所以呢有一点跟那个传统的那个社区呢那些团体就有不一样，因为我自个儿也是在这里长大的，我是在香港出生，我11岁就到了蒙特利尔了，所以呢变了呢，我自个儿也是，因为我为什么要了解京剧？因为我要了解我自己的传统文化，我学京剧可以学到语言、历史、文化，对不对？那我呢，就是很多的接触的那些朋友呢，很多呢都是有些香港来或许呢，我们针对的就是这一些，因为呢，我们不是单是为了会京剧的人而演出，或许只会讲国语的人演出，我们通过我们很小心的安排，这个那个字幕的中英文字幕或者中法语的字幕，或许呢那个 repertoire 的挑选，我们不会都是傻唱的，都是有短一点的，有这个动作戏剧性比较强的，来吸引观众。那这样子呢，就不单是因为你会讲国语，你就会只能来看京剧。我们要他们不会讲国语的都能来欣赏，都能够通过我们的艺术，通过艺术家的那个表演，能够感染到这个我们中国京剧的魅力。然后呢，还有最重要的就是我们中国京剧怎么走出世界我们怎么在这个多元文化这个风野国里面，能够跟其他民族的合作，把这个京剧呢再推上去。
我觉得我应该要把你推荐到中国去做中国杰出青年，非常难得能够做这样一件事情10几年如一日这样坚持下来真的非常不错。如果有机会的话，我想我一定会这样做的。那你刚刚说到表演我想问一个可能就是你会听起来会是一个门外汉提的问题，因为我只是看看热闹那就是我知道现在很多的传统艺术，由于它的这种局限性，因为它是传统艺术嘛，所以观众呢就是有可能会年龄比较大一些，像京剧在中国都是年龄比较大的人，像我母亲父亲那一辈的人看所以现在为了吸引更多的观众，为了这个市场很多人呢就把这个传统艺术跟现代艺术相结合，比如说在表演这个传统艺术的时候，加入一些现代的手段、现代的艺术技巧。那你们是不是在这方面也有一些研究跟一些开发？有没有？
我们是两方面走，一方面是要保存这个传统的艺术，这个很重要。第二方面就跟您说的一样，是怎么把传统艺术跟现代的艺术合起来，这个也是另外一个路线。可是我也是要说一下呢，就是传统艺术不代表它没有吸引那个年轻观众，因为呢，什么东西吸引观众呢？不是传统当代，不是，是好的艺术。只是要好的艺术，不管民族，不管传统不传统， 你都能吸引观众，这个是很重要。第一，第二呢，就是我们这个针对这些就是 outreach， 我们做 outreach 的时候，都是 outreach 那些年轻的。这一次我们做这个网站，不是给老年人去看网址是不是了解进去，不，我们主要就是针对这些年轻人。
对，
在这里土生土长的华人，或许呢不会讲中文的，就是加拿大人，对吧？他们这个网站是给他们的，让他们去了解这个基本的京剧。舞蹈啊那方面，
我完全同意你的说法。我想正是因为你的努力，所以现在就有这么多的年轻人喜欢京剧艺术。实际上有一句话，我想你应该听说过：民族的就是世界的。越是民族的东西，世界性才越强哈。那今天借这个机会呢，我想我们TorontoTV 呢也应该为你们这个 website 做一些推广，就是说希望你们能够希望你能给我们介绍一下，因为我看到你们网站上有一些招聘 volunteer 的这样一些工作哈。那你们能简单介绍一下，都是需要一些什么样的职位？那我们电视观众看了之后，如果有兴趣的话，也许可以报名。
我们主要呢就是在网址呢就主要呢有分几个，一个就是我们那个小梨园的历史，我们准备演出的活动，还有介绍一下很基本的京剧的这个生旦净丑，对吧？有些是动作，有些是唱腔，或许舞蹈方面，什么叫民族舞蹈，什么叫古典舞蹈，什么叫现代舞蹈。那除了这个以外呢，我们呢也要希望呢一些义工呢，比如说给我们 translation 啊，翻译啊，或许呢开车啊，或许好像我们做这个招待会呢，给我们提一下人的名字啊，很多都能希望有的。第二呢，希望观众，我们希望通过这个呢，能很多观众来参加我们的表演，来看我们的那个 workshop。然后呢，还有呢，当然呢，希望大家的捐助嘛，因为我们有一点点的这个政府的资助是永远是不够的。但是服装啊那些东西都很贵，所以呢，希望呢，一些这慷慨的人士也可以给我们捐助一点。
对，非常好。那最后一个问题哈，就是你们最近有一些什么样的活动？因为我看到你们日程表上面以前有一些活动已经过去了，那我想观众朋友肯定感兴趣，就是听到您这样说了以后来看其他的一些活动。就是下半年的话，有些什么计划跟我们？
我就讲3个吧。
OK。
一个呢，就现在就已经开始了，就是我们跟那个多伦多市政府文化部，跟这个多伦多的那个图书馆，那个亚洲的那个 Month Asian Heritage Month 呢，就做了一个图书馆的演出，专门是年轻人为年轻人演出，就是我们有3位，就是中国、日本跟那个印度的青年艺术家给年轻的观众演出。第一，我们那个7月23、24号呢，在 Harbourfront 湖边中心呢，就请舞蹈大师大爱莲先生来。我们有4个那个民间舞蹈团在外面演出，有9个专业舞蹈演员呢在里面给老师祝他90大寿。然后呢，还有一场京剧的演出，还有一句那个广东戏的演出，都完全免费的，所以请你们来看。然后呢，到11月份的时候呢，我们那个年轻的艺术指导 Emily Jer 呢，就会为大家演出一场那个中国古典舞蹈、敦煌舞蹈、古典舞蹈，还有呢一个是跟印度舞蹈家 Harry 合作的印度舞蹈跟那个敦煌舞蹈的合拼。这个
好的，非常感谢今天接受我们的采访。
謝謝。
你比較多嘅咁，我想問下你自己喺呢個工作下，你自己對嗰個Peking Opera 有咩睇法
？Well, actually 咧，我嚟小弟幫手咧，就係已經有幾年嘅事啦。當時咧，我就係自己寫緊一個劇本，係套西劇嚟嘅。嗰套西劇咧就我自己寫嘅劇本，咁另外咧佢哋嗰啲 producers 咧就有嗌我做導演。咁我就驚起嚟，我諗住因為嗰個劇本咧就係我哋英文就話 I was inspired by Peking Opera，so 係由 Peking Opera 北京大戲嗰啲嗰度即係 諗出嚟呢個 idea 嘅。咁所以咧就當時我想睇啲大戲啦，咁我就揾到William 同埋佢小麗呢個組咧，咁就諗住去睇一睇啲大戲啦。咁即刻佢就嗌我斟茶遞水咁，咁就多唔知過咗1-2個月，佢就嗌我加入佢嗰個Board of Directors。咁咧就之後舊年咧我就幫手佢哋做咗1-2個 show， 當時就係 event coordinator 幫手咁樣。到而家咧已經過咗1年啦，咁我而家就正式就話叫經理人。and 我自己咧，我唔係好知點解，不過我真係好中意北京大戲and it really connects to something deep inside and it's inexpressible. I like its preciseness, like 係好特別，好多嗰啲即係西劇比唔上，因為你每句你講你唱你啲動作同啲音樂係一齊排晒咁嘅，咁咧 that discipline like 我覺得好特別。我認為應該咧多啲，唔係淨止話要想西人嚟睇，但係我哋自己中國人好多嗰啲我年青人，我自己啲朋友，我自己嗰啲阿表啊，定甚至我自己啲舅父，佢哋都話嗰啲咁嘅嘢我唔係好識嘅。咁但係 it's art， 你係畫嗰啲你唔應該要識啲咩嘢，你入嚟你係即係如果你係認真 open-minded 嚟咁。你係用個心理嚟 feel 到佢哋表達啲 emotion， 佢哋想講啲咩嘢。and basically 咁啊，所以我就幫 William 咁耐咯。
哦，知啦。咁而家你係做經理人係嘛？平時都做啲乜嘅工作咧？
我一樣有做西劇嘅。西劇我好多嘢，不過我就唔係演員。就寫劇本啦 ，and 有即係做嗰啲設計嗰啲台上嗰啲嗰啲點講咧嘅 stage 啊，即係台上乜嘢都係我設計咁啦。嗰啲衣服啊嘢咁另外咧我都冇乜嘢㗎啦，我都仲係讀緊大學 actually。so 我即係做經理人做學生已經好多時間都冇晒啦。
OK， 多謝你。